Super Bowl 58. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
It always hard for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Watson on 1st down. This is to the former Titan, Jonnu Smith. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, finding space at the 40. And this is going to be a Titans' 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not number. Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Again, Herbert. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup on the first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now, and some kind of score was desperately needed.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
17 yards. That's good.
On first down, it's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Herbert throwing again. And Woods has it complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's complete to Hopkins. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They snap it to Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play...
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They gave it a shot at the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Going deep for Hopkins. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson completes it to Austin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Calvin Austin, 48 yards. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat for the 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Room here to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Cowboys! Joe Smith, 63 yards. And the Cowboys are starting to pull it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Titans are able to at least get one score back. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Watson. This goes out wide from Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for Cowboys. First down. First and 10.
Mixing up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
First down. First down and goal to go.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Inside handoff to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. With 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
A 23-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Pushes past him. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Play action. It's Herbert. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down in the line.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Wilson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
Another carry for Wilson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jeff Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 234 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 29 yards. And the Titans get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time, the tight end gets them.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now, Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson airing it out deep for Smith. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Devontae Smith
From 3 yards out.
And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? this they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.